math for me, man. I should have learned this years ago.
When was the last time you won a math argument with me, Noah?
I don't know, man. I think it was. When I said how much I could bench press, and you didn't believe me. Oh yeah. Pretty sure that was it. So I guess picks and bans have begun, huh? So Nidalee, Jackson, Thresh banned out for Samsung Blue. CJ Frost banning out Yasuo and Kha'Zix so far. One more ban to go for Frost, and it will be Ryze against Acorn. So all right, pretty standard stuff. And Lee Sin going over to Spirit.
Oh boy, first big Lee Sin is here, so no Thresh.
Yeah.
Now, they will get the Ziggs though, and of course that's going to be very helpful to keep away from Dade. And we saw this situation develop where we have all these bans against Dade. Dade defaulted back to Orianna and got pushed in very aggressively by Coco and had a hard time. What is his answer to Ziggs going to be?
We'll see.
He's not a LeBlanc player.
No, not exactly. You know, again, I mean, we might very well see that Orianna, but it didn't exactly work out for him that great in game number 1.
Madlife going to get the Leona too.
Yep, it's true. Always a good champion for him this season. Well, largely. And Acorn possibly grabbing that Renekton again. Worked well for him in game number 2. So if it's not broke, don't fix it.
Hard on Alistar. This would be a very unique pick for him. That's not a champion that we typically associate with Heart. Of course, Madlife really the king of the battle cattle. But if they pick Alistar, this is showing us right now that they really want a 2v2 and a 1v1 because they just picked Renekton and Alistar.
Yeah.
So Alistar is the counter pick to Leona in lane because she could never engage.
Do you think it's a mistake to kind of tip your hand like that this early in picks and bans?
We'll see how Frost reacts to it.
Something they could decide to try to take advantage of. We'll see. I would imagine we're going to see Space play Jinx again. I mean, he's been doing okay, win or loss, but ooh, I don't think so. And Lucian obviously would work quite well as well.
Jinx is going to be maybe too immobile if they get into the 2v2 situation.
With
so I like
Alistar,
Leona Lucian.
Yeah.
I really do. I like that coming in. And Swift may move over to Evelynn, considering the Kha'Zix has been banned out this game. He has played a lot of Eve.
Yeah, he has.
So his top 3 junglers are Eve, Ka, and
there we go.
Lee Sin. So there we go. Evelynn and Lucian locked in here.
Well, I'd enjoy seeing Urgot, but I wouldn't be surprised about the TF. We really are going back in time here.
Well, Dade on TF. Dade used to be a very good TF player.
Yeah, he did. Yeah.
And it's a champion that has really made a comeback, and Deft going on to a comfort pick of Ezreal. So interesting. Now,
all right.
This is something that they wouldn't have expected.
Now, who will Shy take to the top lane? I think Shyvana is a very natural pick for this, especially against that Renekton. And he'll lock it in. So there you have it.
Still a losing matchup, but he'll have an easier time in the early game than he did on Aurelia, or he would with Mundo, should he.
Oh, yeah.
So, curious. Very curious indeed. But
this is going to be an interesting game.
Deft has been playing a lot of Ezreal in general over the past few weeks. And we are back to Renekton versus Shyvana matchup. So I'm very curious as to whether Frost is going to try and lane swap this game just because they see the potential losing lanes due to Alistar and Renekton.
Right.
Dade with Twisted Fate should have an easier time against Ziggs. Dade taking Ghost and Flash again. So he is such a strange mid laner in this way. Of course, Ghost and Flash used to be very commonly used together on mid lane TF.
Yeah.
Just to give you that increased mobility. And he's going to be pretty scary with those summoners, but just showing his own little flair, his own little style in the mid lane.
That's right. Well, here we go, guys. The tiebreaker, game 3, Frost versus Blue. Who can take it? Take a lead in this best of 5 to decide who goes to the Champions Spring semifinals. The game is loading up. This one's going to be epic. I'm always happy to see TF come back yet again, even if he's not support. Let's get in the game. Welcome to Summoner's Rift Game 3, CJ Frost versus Samsung Blue. Samsung Blue trying to become the second Samsung team to advance to the semifinals, and they would have to play their sister team, Samsung Ozone, if they defeat CJ Frost today. So a bit of a bittersweet semifinal would be, but I'm sure that they wouldn't mind at all.
So we do see a Relic Shield start this time from Hart, and full wards from Mad Life. They're going to have to be very careful that they don't get into the 2v2. Of course, the danger from starting full wards is that you end up in a lane where you just don't have any items, and that makes it very unfavorable for trading. So everybody's stacking up here in the bottom. They know there's a ward in the river right there. We did see Samsung Blue pinging that just a little bit ago. Frost also knows that a ward was placed behind the red buff by Hart early on.
Mad Life in space coming down, and they need to be pretty careful here. Ooh, space, space. Oh, Mad Life walking in first, and they're going to catch him. Mad Life in big trouble. There's the Pulverize knocking him up, and I don't know if Mad Life's making it out. There's the flash, the chase from Spirit. Can he get first blood? No, not quite. They're going to go after space instead. There's the Q, there's the slowdown. The exhaust got cleansed. But can they catch him? No, just a lot of damage, a lot of summoners. He used flash used by Hart and Spirit.
Well, this is going to be a huge delay now for Swift in the jungle as they're able to take blues. We'll see if they're actually able to take 3 buffs off of this or not. No, looks like actually Swift will be doing the smarter thing and heading over to enemy blue just to secure that as fast as possible because his red will be fairly safe.
Yeah. Now
returning to lane, Mad Life getting poked again. Mad Life nearly dying there, of course. He is very squishy without any items, and this is a really bad lane situation for CJ Frost. They don't have a support item. They did go full wards, and Mad Life didn't even place most of his wards early on.
Yeah, they have a bit of a mountain to climb already early in the game. Swift's going to be not spotted by this ward, actually. Invisibility reactivated just as he came into it. And Dade, in the meantime, understandably pushed back to turret. What you can kind of expect early on in TF versus Ziggs.
Yeah, Space took cleanse this game because he's worried about the engage from TF.
Yeah.
Because TF can really mess you up if he gets a Zhonya's first and he ults and then into your team, gold cards your AD carry, and then Zhonya's right there.
Right.
Because it allows everybody else to catch up. And most importantly, it will allow Renekton to catch up and then chain his stun into the gold card. So I do think that the cleanse is pretty solid here, but that does leave them with, no exhaust. So that's going to be a little bit hurtful, and but definitely allowed him to survive in that bit of a wacky level 1.
Yeah. Well, Alistar and Deft, they can be quite a bully in this lane, of course, because of that early start. And just kind of the nature of the lane as well, too.
Yeah, this is really, really quite bad.
Yeah. Mad Life not able to get any sort of Afro-move positioning in this one, huh?
Well, Deft right there, playing with fire a little bit while Alistar goes in to put some deep wards down. They did see him move up. And now he'll make his return, but Deft just creating a zone. And how do you get back into this lane at this point? It's incredibly difficult. They need jungle help or mid help because they're down effectively in terms of items.
And do you dive Shy here? It looks like you do. There's a stun. Spirit coming in. Acorn had to back off, though. Start taking turret. It's a little bit too early, and they had to let that one go. Swift coming up. Can they make something happen here? Spirit just hiding on the other side of that try, which is pretty smart, I think. Oh, Swift rather coming in. They might try to dive this again, but with an Evelyn on the map, this is so dangerous from Samsung Blue.
They can't see Spirit.
Yeah.
Wow, he's hiding
so crazy. Oh, where'd he go?
He left.
Oh, I was going to say. That was a pretty amazing magic trick.
Yeah, he left right there.
Yep.
So Acorn will have to back off, and Shy doing some work with the Cloth 5 start, able to just reliably sustain. And of course, since most Shyvanas like to build Ninja Tabby as the first item in this Renekton matchup, Ninja Tabby Chain Best into Sunfire, it is a pretty valuable start. And not only that, but had there been a lane swap, the 5 pots allows you to jungle a little bit more efficiently as a top laner early on. So I think it's a really solid pickup this patch.
Yeah, it makes sense. And Spirit just kind of continuing along his merry way. And with that bot lane pushed up by Space and Mad Life, maybe there's going to be an opportunity for a play there. Hard to say. He's thinking about it.
A lot of wards coming in from Spirit right now, already picking up a pink and a green, and just popping over to a pink ward in the Tri-Brush, knows that there's nothing in there.
Oh, there we go. Space and Mad Life backing off, though. And why not? You know, this will give him a chance to kind of recharge a little bit.
May give a dragon timing, however, here.
We'll see if they decide to take it. Doesn't
Yeah, they haven't
like
gone
it.
back and bought yet, so Def needs some more items.
Yeah.
And the nice thing about Ezreal, and why we may be seeing more Ezreal in 4.5 in general, is he's actually, like Jinx, one of the better champions in a lane swap, purely because Essence Flux, you can, if you have a 4-man push, it'll speed up 3 attack speeds on your teammates, and it will stack your passive on Ezreal really fast so you get more attack speed yourself. So it's actually quite good and does make a big difference in speed of turret pushing in those 4-man presses that we see a lot in the current meta.
I'm actually pretty surprised at the amount of 2v2s we've seen today, actually, kind of coming into this.
Super surprising.
Yeah, no real 2v1s yet.
Well, part of the lane swaps is there are mind games that go around. Both teams saw the wards, and you choose what to show, so it can be a little bit coin flipping.
Oh, Spirit gets caught. There's a Zenith Blade. Swift getting there as well. Ultimate comes in from Coco. Spirit, though, flashes out. Lee Sin pulls the disappearing act again. Gonna give him like a magic show on some cable channel, like Lee Sin's mind confused.
Lee Sin's mind confused? That's
right. I don't know.
It's going to be his epic show.
That's right. He's going to be the magician on the streets, man, confusing people with his daring acts of apparent self-harm.
I like that, apparent self-harm.
I don't know how else you describe that, really. Oh, they jump on the Def, but of course, oh, Mad Life going a little bit too far. Can he live? The heal helps out quite a bit there. Def manages to help Spirit pick up that kill, though. Space wants to come in for a bit of revenge, and he'll get it onto Def. Spirit going down as well. Double kill for Space, or for Space. And so CJ manages to turn that one around in a big way, and that blue buff probably going to go over to them. I don't think Heart's going to be, Heart. Oh, wow, that was such a risky play by Heart to come back in there.
Finally take out that pink ward, but they're not sure they can actually get this blue buff.
This is hilarious. All right, there we go. Coco finally gets it. That was a bit odd, but in the end, it worked out pretty well for Frost.
The blue buff fight right there was really ill-advised for Samsung Blue, just because they hadn't gone back to buy yet. Their bottom lane.
Well, let's watch a replay of that. Kind of a crazy fight, but in the end, Mad Life appearing to go in a little bit too early there.
Oh, I take it back. Deft had just picked up his phage, so came back into lane right there. But, I mean, the AoE from Swift, and if you look at them stacking in this corridor with the Lucian Q and the hate spikes, they were really perfectly positioned to maximize the damage coming out of Frost, and that's going to be a big win in a losing lane for Space. So Frost really turning this one around.
Yeah, no kidding. You don't want to get into a narrow corridor with hate spikes.
No.
I don't think you want to get anywhere with something called hate spikes. Just stay away from hate spikes, kids. Coco getting jumped on by Spirit, has to use his flash to get out.
Okay, well, Dade going to have his ult up again in just a little bit. Both summoners down again for him. He likes to use both Ghost and Flash pretty much every fight that he ends up in. And really, Mad Life with those 2 assists, picking up the earlier Sightstone as opposed to the mobility boots for Heart. Heart may be looking to make plays and roam on the map right here. We already see him over.
Oh, Spirit making plays onto Heart there. Trying to chase him through the jungle. Heart's going to get a little bit low. He's got the heal. He's got that spell, but has to use a flash. Yeah, with Space and Mad Life coming up, he just can't risk it. Deft right there, pops the ultimate. Oh, Mad Life getting a bit low, actually.
Deft has no mana.
In fact, another Mystic Shot comes through, and Deft, can he finish him off? There's the ultimate coming in from Dade, wants to get in on the action. Dade gets in on the action. There's a kill, and he gets the double. The bot lane eliminated by Samsung Blue, and they're going to eliminate the turret along with it, possibly.
Wow. Okay, so they had the timer, I'm sure, on Twisted Fate's ultimate right there, and it literally just came up.
Yeah,
so
really good play by Dade there.
Of perfect timing for Dade to come in. And Wow, this game is just so back and forth already. Samsung Blue does have a little bit of a lead. We see Shy doing a little bit of dirty farming. Man, you got to be careful, buddy.
Spirit's like, hey, man, I can do it. I can, like, pole vault over Shyvana here.
The follow-up headbutt pulverized by Hart there was fantastic in order to lock down to ensure Dade got the double kill. And that is just a picture-perfect use of a TF ultimate.
You know, it's funny. Usually when we see Alistar used against CJ Frost, it doesn't go very well, and then the very next game, Mad Life picks it and just destroys people. But so far, that has not really happened.
Hart already picking up assists on all 3 of the kills.
Yeah, 100% contribution so far. Getting those boots of mobility early on is always a really nice benefit if you're going to play that really aggressive support.
Yeah, they know where Evelyn is right now, so Acorn feeling a little bit more confident in his pushing. He has gone for the cowl first this game, so not going to try and be that bully in the lane later on in the lane, so not going for Tiamat. Instead, he's just going to start scaling up and being tankier. And of course, with the changes to Dominus, he does have a better late game than he used to. Still going to be outscaled a little bit by
here
Shyvana.
Comes Shy, pushing Acorn out of lane. That dragon is on fire.
Yeah, Dominus still up for Acorn, though, so...
He's on fire. Oh.
Shy using his burnout right there to clear out the wave.
Trying to bait in Acorn a little bit here.
Yeah, Acorn. It would be very surprising if Acorn died here, though. He does have Dominus and Flash.
Oh, yeah, Slice and Dice as well. Oh, but Acorn getting really low already. There we go, Slice and Dice and Dominus pop. They're going to chase, though. Shy with the Flash. And Acorn, coming back in the lane. There's the ultimate, though, for Swift. He didn't know he was there, and Acorn will go down. Didn't realize, I think, that
his
Swift
ult
was
is
so
coming
close.
up in like 2 seconds.
It is, but can he make it work? There we go. He's going to try. Gold card loaded up. Going to go on to Shy immediately. There's 1 kill. Can he chase damage coming in from Coco? But that's not going to stop him. There's some more damage onto Swift. Will it be a double? It will. Dade with his 2nd double in a row off of that ultimate. That is how you use TF.
Dade with a big grin on his face right there. That's the 2nd time his ult has come up at exactly the right second.
He got it just
in order
when he needed
to
it.
pick up a double kill, and really good reaction. He used his Ghost also, showing the power of course, Ghost on TF in terms of having that follow-up. And due to they thought it was the TF ult was going to be down again, but they committed a little bit too deep into the kill onto Acorn. I didn't think they'd chase him all the way through the turret.
Yeah, that's the thing. They really wanted it, and they paid for it. Now, that means Dade up a full, needlessly large rod on Coco right now.
This is just really scary, because how do you stop this split push in the late game with TF?
Yeah, that's a really good point. I mean, that's what we saw TF doing all the time back in the day, and things really have not changed too much. Deft actually getting a nice little lead in the bot lane, too, against Space. Well, meanwhile, Def gets caught, though. Can he make it out? There's the Arcane Shift and the Flash. Helps him move away. Spirit is there. Heart is there. Dade with the gold card loaded up.
Yeah, good catch on the rotation by CJ Frost, at least forcing a summoner in response to that blue steal.
I got something out of it.
Yeah, Acorn returns back to lane with the Spirit Visage. A little bit more healing on his Q.
Yep.
Yeah, a bit interesting he wouldn't go for Banshee's Veil this game, instead getting this. But the CDR is very valuable on Renekton in terms of his damage output. So
yeah, well, that Dominus is so important to have.
Yeah, it's a bit of a mixed bag.
Yeah. Well, pros and cons, you know? Pros and cons for everything. Pros, you know, you buy a death cap on Annie. Cons, you know, sometimes you don't get there in time to steal a kill. So, pros and cons.
That's right.
Pros and
you
cons.
don't have those boots of mobility.
Yep. It's true, yeah. If you rush a death cap, you oftentimes have to pass that boots of mobility.
You have to make sacrifices on the initiation to get the kill steal.
I didn't know you knew support Annie so well, Monte Cristo.
Well, I'm interested to see what Dade's going to buy here.
Dade is going to try to buy himself a new lease on life as he tries to back away, but it looks like Coco and Swift just don't have quite enough damage.
Good gold card. He had Flash up, too, in case he needed it, and Spirit reacted very quickly. So is he going to go for the Zhonya's Hourglass and try and be more of that initiation Twisted Fate, or is he just going to rush the death cap this game and try and max out his damage? The questions that must be asked about Dade's TF build. I think, honestly, I think he should just go Zhonya's and
you think so?
Just start initiating team fights really, really early on.
He could. I mean, when you get 2 double kills off of your first 2 ultimates on TF, you kind of have the luxury to do pretty much whatever you want build-wise. You've got that lead.
You know, I take
What?
it back. I think with Ezreal going Trinity Force first for the poke damage, I think you take the death cap here because that'll improve your poke and siege early on in the game.
Yeah, it's true.
But you know what? He's not going to buy any item right now. He's going to pick up a Distortion Enchantment.
All right. Well, I mean, getting more ults, getting that gold card more often in Mad Life. Recall canceled by Heart. It's being kind of annoying.
The change to Distortion is just so good.
Yeah, it is.
Because you get an additional 12% speed off of your Ghost. It goes from 28% to 40.
Yeah.
And so if you're trying to chase down runners after one of these ganks as Twisted Fate, and you're able to port in and then get a 40% movement speed with pick a card locking people down, it's just insanely good.
It's like almost having the benefit of home guard after teleport, basically, plus more stuff, you know?
Yeah, it's pretty scary.
Yeah.
So Frost, they have to be super careful about how they play out ganks right now and make sure that they
Spear coming in, kicks out Coco. Can Dade get there in time? There's a flash gold card. Coco taking a lot of damage. And another kill for Dade, 5-0-1. And there's the teleport coming in onto Swift. He's not done yet. Heart there as well. There's the exhaust. Swift trying to get away, but the pulverize is going to stop that. Spirit comes through. It's a ping pong, and Swift is the ball here, unfortunately.
That was one of the most impressive displays of TF map awareness that I have seen. To know that Hart was going to be there and coming in immediately after getting the kill into mid lane. Very good communication from Blue. And Dade just, this guy, you have to remember that, yes, he's famously inconsistent, and when he looks bad, he looks terrible, but he's also a season MVP here at Champions. And when he looks good, he looks amazing.
1 year ago this season, he got a MVP overall. So, which Dade, you know, obviously we've got the good Dade this game. You know, will he stick around for the rest of the match?
It's hard for him not to stick around right now. He's got 100% kill contribution right now,
well,
by the way.
for the game, obviously, but not for the match.
Okay, so he will be going Zhonya's. That's a little sad, but I just think that with this team composition, considering that they can 4-1 split so easily right here, that the extra AP for the wave clear would be good, but it seems like he just really wants to get down and dirty and fight and use that mobility across to teleport. Of course, he's the only one with a global in this game because both of our top laners have decided to take Ignite.
It's the first time in, well, I think that's the first time I've seen since 4.5 where we didn't have a teleport in the top lane.
Yeah, I think you may be right, though.
Yeah, wow. Interesting. But I suppose if you do have a mid laner that can move around the map quickly like that, you can bypass it. And so, Q misses onto Coco. Swift is right there. Yeah, they need to be kind of careful with that.
You know, I love TF just because he's one of those champions where you can do so many builds.
Yeah.
You can go for the more push-oriented build with a Lichbane. Get a Sheen first. You can get that Athene's Unholy Grail. You can go for a Zhonya's first if you're really interested. Morello Namicon, also arguably a good item on him. So there's so much variance, and it really affects how TF players play out the game. It's fun to watch.
Oh, here comes Swift, but there's support coming in from Dade. Dade coming in to try to turn this one around. Acorn was in a little bit of trouble, so no kills, but they do at least prevent one on Acorn. Meanwhile, the bot lane, Mad Life coming in with the Zenith Blade onto Heart, gets knocked away immediately. Meanwhile, 80 carry duel, Def nearly taking down space. Mad Life trying to do something. Oh, the ult misses. Here comes Ziggs coming in with the Mega Inferno Bomb. Doesn't do much. Def finally does get the kill on the Mad Life, though.
Def nearly hit 2 people. He nearly killed Space with that True Shot Barrage, too.
Yeah.
It was actually incredibly well aimed.
Whoa, Coco gets knocked out. Spirit there's the pulverize. Def coming in to finish it off. And that's another kill for Def. Samsung Blue really starting to run away with this game. 6,000 gold ahead at 20 minutes. This is rough for Frost.
It's so fun to watch how Dade and Hart are playing this out, just because they're roaming so heavily. Of course, those early mobility boots, and they're just using the map presence to create picks on the lanes, and it's going fantastically for them, pushing down
Swift,
too.
I don't know, man. Mad Life coming in as well, but Swift getting low. Spirit just kills him, no problem. Gotta try to save the turret, I guess, but
Just backing off, not overcommitting at all. Dade,
of course.
An impressive 5-0-3. A couple of kills he finally didn't contribute to in that bottom lane fight.
Now we can finally say this match, who's your Dade?
Yeah, who's your Dade?
That's right. It's a tragedy when we can't use that one.
The age-old question.
Yep, that's right. Only way back in the past they said, who art thou, Dade?
Well, Coco's certainly having some Dade issues this game.
That's true, yeah. I don't know. Really, when you think about it, do Zig's parents approve of him doing, going like, ending up like he did in life? Dade actually took that red buff, by the way.
Yeah, nice steal. Hard in trouble.
Yeah, I don't know if he's going to make it out of this one. Pops the ultimate to try to make it. They're coming back. Dade. Ooh, they may have saved him. Coco gets knocked out. Can't get the kill onto Heart. Coco goes down. Oh, the Inferno Bomb does kill Spirit. Heart's still somehow alive.
Yeah, but they got Coco in all of that. And
that
actually,
was a much better trade.
You really have to handle it to Spirit because by going in, he actually blocked the culling from killing Heart right there. He body blocked a full channel culling and kicked Coco out. So he may have died, but it was a pretty impressively sim
I think
play.
it was worth it too, man. I mean, getting the mid laner, that's fine. And Deft, I don't think he's going to survive this one. Swift getting taken down. Deft manages to get a double kill for Dade. Shares one with Deft in the end, and they're going to get this bottom turret as well. 14-4 kills.
Yeah, Deft barely able to lifesteal off the back, considering he's going for a blade as his second item. Yeah. And Dade, man, this guy, I remember how good his TF was back in the day. I just hadn't thought about it until he locked it in. Of course, we know
it's like
that TF is back in force. We've seen a lot of it across regions.
It's like they have a time machine behind the booth, and they went back and went to the MVP house from last year, and they come out of the phone booth with Bill and Ted, and they reach out to Dade, like, you have to come with us to the future. We need your TF. Your team needs you. And he's like, okay, I trust you. And then they're also in Bill and Ted's report at the end of the movie as well. But first they win the game of League of Legends. Yeah.
I would love to see a Bill and Ted movie with Dade in it.
At the end he goes, party on, dudes. That's the best. It's my favorite part of Bill and Ted when Dade comes from the future past. I don't know. Acorn chasing down Shy a little bit.
Well, look at Dade, too. We saw his passive just a little bit ago. It has 800 extra gold, and that's not even counting his 8-0-4 score. I mean, right now he's up a full item. He's up in an entire Zhonya's on Coco.
It's pretty incredible.
Makes you wonder why he played Ori the first game if he was this good at playing TF.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, trying to go for the standard picks. Acorn gets jumped on by Mad Life for a second. Two-shot barrage, taking a chunk out of Mad Life.
It's 4.5, though.
Hi, Spirit.
Standard picks have entirely changed.
Oh, yeah, totally.
And we've seen TF bans yesterday in Masters against Fly, who was playing TF successfully on 4.4.
Yeah. I mean, will we be back in the days of TF 100% ban?
Probably not. He's not that strong right now.
Those were the days.
The dark days of Champion Spring 2013 when TF was 100% picked and banned for an entire season.
An entire season. That's a record that few champions can claim. No champions besides TF can claim, really. Oh, okay, so Shy decided to come in. There's the Inferno Bomb doing a little bit of damage. Acorn pops Dominus, tries to get in. Dade, a lot of damage onto space over the top. Dade just doing tons of damage over the wall. Shy gets caught by that gold card. Oh, Acorn can't quite finish him off, but Spirit gives it a try. Spirit needs the safeguard to get away from there. Yeah, just focus on the turret now. Pull back play a bit more safe. They might get Spirit. No, there's a flash, but the gold card does connect. Culling comes in, easily dodged, and that's going to be an inhibitor for Samsung Blue.
Yeah, just pushing all the way through right there.
Yeah.
Retreating.
Nice fight. I like that they really calmed down during the middle. That they pulled back and said, all right, wait a second. We're almost going a little bit too far. We just need the objective.
And then Acorn flash stun Swift.
Well, you know.
Pulled back and then re-engage.
It's the thought that counts.
It was a good flash stun to just be a little bit more aggressive right there. Barrage. Trying to steal the blue buff.
Not quite.
Yeah, he thought they would just make a beeline there, so there would have been a chance that he could have grabbed that blue. Dade has not finished his death cap yet. He's just coming down into the bottom lane to clear out the wave, make sure that there's no tower taken. Of course, Frost has yet to take a single turret this game.
Yeah, pretty insane.
Dade has just rocked this game.
As one-sided as Game 1 was in favor of Frost, this game is even more one-sided in favor of Samsung Blue. They have really kind of come alive here in Game 3.
Dade just went ahead and won all 3 lanes for his team. So.
Yeah, why not? I mean, he's like, oh, I'm tired of playing bad. I'm just going to carry this next game. Yeah.
Time for me to hard carry.
Yep. Flip the hard carry switch, man. He went Super Saiyan.
Yeah, pushing up now, so Dade just decides he's not even going to go back.
Nope. Why?
Why? You're already this far ahead.
He's sitting, become ARAM TF. You just never need to go back.
He's sitting on just a mountain of gold at the moment. And there he goes. Continuing the split push right there. Very confident. He's got his flash up. He's got his Zunya's up.
Space got away. It was a nice attempt from Spirit. There's a culling coming through True Shot Barrage. Taking a chunk out of nearly everyone on CJ Frost. Mad Life comes in deep, but he's so low already. Gets destroyed by Deft. Swift trying to get into the back lines, but Deft and Dade, look at the positioning. Deft just barely kiting his way out with that strong front line of Acorn and Spirit. They're slowly winning that fight. Everyone's so low. What an intricate team fight from Samsung Blue. Perfectly played. Wow, that was amazing. But Dade, as soon as I say perfectly played, a bit of a risk, but it looks like it doesn't matter.
Everybody following him through, though. Yeah. Dade, though, you saw as soon as his team got low, Dade actually flashed forward into the fight.
Yep. That is
and just
amazing.
Hit the gold card and then Zunya to draw a little bit of that aggro.
Oh, there it is. Goodbye, Space.
They have so much money right now.
Yeah.
Dade, he's going to be able to afford this death cap and like an entire another item at the moment.
Nope. Buy TF. And what's he going to buy? Oh, there's the Lich Bane straight up. Why not? Wow, Dade, Smog called. He's jealous of how much gold you have.
Let's check that out again. This was a fun fight to watch. So Dade gets caught out on the side a little bit, doesn't get stunned, and they have to engage right now. This is really their last stand. Dade gets the heal off on him. You see his front line starts getting pretty low, so guess what? Dade's like, well, time to flash in here and just use the Zunya's flash.
There you go, why not?
Gold card.
Yeah.
Zunya's adding a little bit more confusion to this fight. And then just the follow-up gold card onto Shy, and then why the hell not? Gate and Destiny right into the back of the base.
Yeah, sure. Sure, why not? 10-0-8, nearly hitting that double-double now. Dude, who's your Dade? Oh, here we go. Looks like Spirit Heart have decided to fight without everybody. Now we come in Defton. Now they're trying to get their Heart doing something, and Deft comes into the back lines, Arcane shifting into the base to get 2 kills already. Dade way deep into the base. He wants a bit of the action as well. 1 kill for him, a triple kill now for Deft, and that is a clean ace, and that has got to be the game. Yeah, going after that Nexus turret. Only 1 left anyway, and GG 28 minutes, 25 to 4 kills, 10 turrets to 0, and Samsung Blue crushes CJ Frost and takes a lead in this quarterfinal series.
Wow, super impressive game from Samsung Blue, but Dade, man, he just put Blue on his back and carried them to a massive win.
No kidding, wow.
Wow.
What do you say about that?
I'm blown away by Dade's TF play.
Yeah.
And just the timing, too. He had such a narrow window because Frost wasn't doing these ganks when Dade's ult was up. They were just barely not making it back under turret by the time the ult came off cooldown. And